And this is Point Taken. I'm your host, Jason Dayz. We're back. It's been a long break. We got a little bit of a new format here. I'm here with the chocolate stud, my brother from another mother, Gariston S Spears. How you doing today, brother?
I am doing great, Jason. Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure here at the RPW studios. So, me and you had discussed this previously off air. We got together, decided to shoot this podcast, see where it goes. But one thing I do want to try to throw at you today, what about like comic books, the comic book movies and so forth? What's your take on all that?
Currently, I can tell you one concrete opinion that I have on comic book movies today, and that's that all DC comic book movies, except for Lego Batman, which I have not seen yet but I've heard great things about, suck.
And that seems to be the general consensus. They're trying to be Marvel to no avail. They're not doing well. You know what? You're a comic book guy, right? You read comic books. You've followed it since you were a kid.
That is absolutely correct. If you've done your studies, then you got a kudos for that one.
Well, you obviously know more about it than me, which ain't hard to figure out. So here's the deal. I'm the layman's. I know comic books, know of them, never really read them. I thought Deadpool kicked ass.
I agree.
Couldn't really tell you anything else besides that movie kicked ass. The problem I'm having is I've followed the superhero movies that Disney and Marvel have put out and so forth. But they're so far into it, I'm actually lost. And I think they're going so deep into it, they're actually going to end up losing money just because I don't know who the hell Black Panther is. I don't know who Doctor Strange is. I didn't even know who the Scarlet Witch was until I watched Age of Ultron. All these characters who are getting standalone movies and even their ensembles, I don't know who the hell they are, and they're losing me, and I'm just going to get to the point where I don't even pay my money for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I could give you the starter guide to just like give you a fast track, if you've got a day to devote to it, you don't even have to watch the entire cinematic universe that they have out there. But I would say start with the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, is that what they're calling it? Cinematic?
It's the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay, see, that's how far I'm lost.
Yeah, see, no, but that's some new stuff right there. But you start with the Incredible Hulk or Iron Man. Then just skip the sequels.
Which Incredible Hulk? The one that they released in the 90s or the 2000s?
No,
which reboot are we watching?
The Ed Norton Incredible Hulk.
Oh, wait, which one was... No, I'm kidding. I gotcha.
Come on. No, but you start there. Norton? Come on.
I'm kidding. Go.
Jeez, you're about to offend me, man. No, but...
Just now, huh?
Yeah, you start with the Ed Norton Hulk or Iron Man, and then just skip through Thor. Don't watch Iron Man 2 or Captain America. You don't really need those. But then skip those, go straight to the Avengers, and then from the Avengers, go to Captain America 2. Then from Captain America 2, you've got you're basically caught up. You don't even need to watch Age of Ultron. That seriously, in my opinion, other than certain scenes and certain aspects of the Vision's origin story that they're telling in that, I didn't like it.
See, I don't even understand where the hell Vision came from. I tried watching Thor 2, The Dark World, or Dark Water, or Eaten by Sharks, Dark Water. I'm not really quite sure which one it was.
That movie sucked ass.
Yeah, well, I fell asleep watching it 3 times, so finally I was just like, screw this, I'm done. I'm not even going to bother trying. I'm not even going to bother trying. Why? Why would I?
I agree. I mean, why would you? That's where they went wrong, I think. But you also have to understand that they had a different director from the first Thor movie, which is excellent. The way that they told the Thor movie, and they got all of the Thor mythos in there. Like you get a mention of Dr. Donald Blake in there. You get
who's he?
Donald Blake is actually Thor's alter ego in the comic books. In the comic books, he's not just this big Goldilocks Viking. He's actually a skinny, timid guy who finds a stick in a cave. And once he says the words that are on the side of the stick turns into a giant hammer, and he turns into a giant thunder god. But they feel like they couldn't get away with that in the reality, almost pseudo-reality based Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay, I know nobody can see this, but yes, I am just staring blankly at Gariston S Spears right now.
I can tell.
What the hell are you talking about? So if you're just as lost as me, feel free to let somebody know. Hopefully he explains something to you. I think at the end of the day, it's just kind of getting to the point where it's oversaturation, and you're about to see the new DC. Because, well, quite frankly, every movie that DC has put out kind of sucks. Although, I'm not going to lie, I enjoyed Suicide Squad. I thought it was a good flick for what it is.
I won't say that it was a good flick, but I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the idea that it doesn't have to be dark and gloomy all the time. But as far as like them making the Christopher Nolan Batman, that shit is dark and gloomy.
I never watched it.
You never watched the Christopher Nolan trilogy of Batman?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I was
like, come on. I'm looking at a Dark Knight poster sitting here.
Yeah, I honestly, I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed Heath Ledger's Joker. That makes me like every other fool in the world, but I was actually lost sitting through 3.5, 4 hours per movie of telling a story that I had no clue what the hell was going on. That was not Batman.
Well, me personally, I've always loved Batman because I feel like there's a little part of me that identifies with him. Although I haven't.
Is it because you're dark?
Yes, it is. No, I haven't like lost both of my parents to a tragedy or anything like that. Like I did lose my dad, God rest his soul, but I just like the fact that he's this batshit crazy billionaire who has devoted his life to becoming to getting to the peak of physical conditioning and being the smartest human on earth and the best detective.
So what did you think of Ben Affleck?
I liked the idea, but
Why?
Why? Because it's fucking Affleck. Look at him. Look at the man in the cowl. When you see him, he looks like what Batman's supposed to look like in the comic books. However, when you hear him, I felt like he was kind of like he really at certain parts he was pouring.
Batman.
I'm Batman. No. My favorite part. Why did you say that name? I don't know.
Do it again.
Why did you say that name?
I did watch The Dark Knight, and they tried to do an ensemble cast, bringing everybody in, and obviously there's going to be 50 more sequels. I'm sorry, Good versus Evil, Batman versus Superman with Wonder Woman blowing them. I'm not really quite sure what it was called. Quite frankly, I'm just confused.
I think I saw that version.
Yeah. Oh, it's on there. You just got to look at the right spots.
That's on Pornhub, I'm pretty sure.
See, I wasn't trying to...
Oh, I have seen that one, yeah.
Trying to advertise anybody. They got to pay for that advertisement. Come on now.
I mean, that was on Schmore and Schmub.
Yeah. That's the one. To me, it's just gotten so far out of hand, though, and it is so diluted and watered down. I've lost interest. I'm like, okay, Joy. I might watch it when it's on Showbox.
Oh, I mean
Redbox.
I kind of wish that I did do that. I'm one of those fools who actually went and saw Batman versus Superman. I went and saw Batman versus Superman with one of my best friends in the world. And
he's no longer your friend.
He will not talk to me anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame him because if you took me to see that movie, I'd probably cuss you out.
Yeah, we got to the lobby and he was like, what the fuck was that? And I'm just like, what do you mean? And he was thinking the exact same thing that I was. He's like, all right, so you mean to tell me that Bruce Wayne sees the events that played out in Man of Steel, instantly decides without a shadow of a doubt that he's gonna fucking drive a spear into Superman's heart, a kryptonite spear into Superman's heart, and at the very last second, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie, don't watch it. You don't
want to see it.
But he beats Superman's ass, and he's got him to the point where Superman is about to cry bloody murder, and he's like just about to stab this guy in the fucking heart, and Superman says, "They're gonna kill Martha," and Batman says, "Why did you say that name?" And Lois Lane pops up. I was explaining this to my brother the other day about this entire scene because he didn't waste his time with the movie either. And Lois Lane pops up, and she's like, "That's his mom's name." And so fucking Batman, who's hell bent on killing this guy and who has been fucking killing fools this entire movie, is just like, "Oh shit, we have the same. Our mothers have the same name. I'm not going to kill you now. Let's join forces and start the fucking Justice League."
Yeah, it was redonkulous. and yes, that is exactly what I said, because that's just how absurd this movie is and everything else that's going along with it. Anyways, just to reiterate, to me, the whole thing's getting watered down. I think they definitely need to, stop rebooting everything and everybody. How many Spider-Man reboots do we need?
Oh, shit. I mean, just as long as the next one doesn't show me Uncle Ben dying, I guess I'll give it a chance. But otherwise, I feel like since I'm fucking 15 years old, I've seen like at least 2 or 3 different reincarnations of Spider-Man. Or actually, if you're gonna give me another Spider-Man movie, give me the Miles Morales story.
Who?
Miles Morales is...
Who?
Miles Morales.
Who?
Miles Morales.
Who?
Why?
Who the hell is that?
He is actually I identify with him because he's of mixed descent. He is a Puerto Rican and African American teenager who is bitten by a spider, by the same radioactive spider that bit Peter Parker, and he goes on to become Spider-Man once in the comic books. Spoilers: Peter Parker eventually gets killed by the Sinister Six.
Who?
You've never heard of the Sinister Six?
Who?
Kraven the Hunter, the Vulture, Mysterio, Electro.
Rey Mysterio?
No, different guy. Booyaka, Booyaka.
Oh, okay. What? Who?
619.
Okay, all right. You know what? I am just completely, totally lost. I tried to shed some light on this. I really don't think it's happening. This crazy ass idiot's going too far.
You asked my opinion.
I didn't ask for the entire breakdown of every goddamn comic book ever written. My God, 20 minutes later, did anybody understand any of this?
I'm sorry because I'm a huge comic book fan and nerd. I'm sorry. I'll apologize for my feelings right now. No, I won't apologize for my feelings. I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Hey, own that shit, Snowflake. All right, guys, with that being said, this is Jason Dayz. That's my boy, Gariston S Spears.
I gave you a Canadian apology, by the way.
Make sure you guys stay tuned for more to come. Hopefully a lot more coming your way. Thanks a lot, guys. Catch you on the flip.